Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the New Eden Newsroom. I'm your host, Theodred Alabel. Today we are going to talk about a couple of different news items. Firstly, we're going to talk about the replicator effect and how it's been paying dividends in the region of Branch. We're going to talk about how the stage has been set for the fight in the Calvella Expanse. And we are lastly going to talk about how Skill Yourself and Legacy have been clashing in Amencia and Innsmother of late. So to kick off the show, we're going to talk about the replicator effect. Ranger Regiment's sovereignty has been subject to cloaky camping in recent days by Replicator, who is a multi-boxing player previously thought to be banned. That thought actually proved to be wishful thinking, as he tirelessly camped their Sov every day, killing their ratters with near impunity. The Ranger Regiment Sov in Branch was his target of choice because it's notably active for ratting, one of the most heavily utilized regions in the entirety of New Eden next to only Delve. When cloaky camped, typically the use of heavier assets for ratting and mining is something that most people would caution against. Nonetheless, Ranger Regiment member King's Magic was spotted boson ratting in an avatar by Replicator, using one of the best true sec ratting systems in the game. It was negative 1.0. When he first set up in the region, Replicator had offered Ranger Regiment ratting licenses, 50% off for a limited time only. But wait, there's more. He saw this as an opportunity to make an example of the Ranger Regiment Crabber by killing his ratting avatar, thus commencing the planning. Replicator reached out to Black Legion, offering them a Titan kill mail, to which they reacted by moving quietly and preparing to kill the Titan quickly. The hunting team waited for just the right moment to spring the trap, which would be the window after the Titan had used his bosonic field generator, forcing him to remain on the grid for a fixed amount of time. Seizing the moment, Replicator lit his Sino, allowing for Dictors to get bridged in, which promptly went on to bubble the Titan. The subcap fleet followed shortly thereafter, dropping a mobile Sino inhibitor. As the name suggests, when one is deployed, if successfully anchors, it prevents the lighting of a Sino within 100 kilometers of the deployable. Ranger Regiment's trapped Titan knew what was going on, and he was quick to respond, lighting a Sino of his own, enabling his brethren to go and respond in an attempt to save his life. Initially, high-angle weapon Hawdreads were jumped in an attempt to go and push the subcapitals off the field, but this attempt was unsuccessful, and these dreads were killed in short order. Ranger Regiment also proceeded to go and bridge in subcaps and bring in additional faxes from their Keepstar system to try and assist this Titan. However, the subcapitals met a similar fate, with the mobile Sino inhibitor staying online, and Ranger Regiment unable to go and kill them. They were ultimately unable to go and save King's Magic's Titan. It died around 0311 Eve time. The total Butcher's Bill stands at just over 140 billion ISK lost in the battle, with Ranger Regiment losing 133.4 billion ISK in an attempt to save their tackled Titan. And a comment to NER, Replicator said, "My offer for 50% off ratting licenses has ended." If you want to go and see a video detailing this battle, it can be found on our post that was put up the other day on Reddit as well as on the website, or you can also go and see it through our Discord if you click on the links there. The stage is now officially set for the fight in the Calvella Expanse, and a ping set out to the beans. The Pandemic Horde Partisan SIG announced the restaging into the Calvella Expanse region. Their goal with this deployment is to try to defend the region from the ongoing attackers, as well as to go and recover any lost Sov, while removing any hostile infrastructure that could be found in the region. However, with Test's anticipated deployment into the region, as well as the existing Imperium entities that are there, skirmishes are bound to unfold in the coming days. NER will monitor the region and inform you as the situation develops. In other news, Skill Yourself and Legacy clash in Amencia and Innsmother. In our last report, New Eden report mentioned that Skill Yourself have deployed to FR46E in Theodred. Since moving into their new staging system, skirmishes have broken out between the two groups. Back on January 17th, the groups first got into a fight in the system of YFZ5N, with Skill Yourself and Scourge forming up Macarials and Munins against the combined Jackdaw, Harpy, and Bomber fleet. This result ended in a very one-sided affair, with about 10 billion total ISK destroyed, Legacy losing 9 billion of that. The second engagement came on the 21st of January in the systems of OTYRT and SN93Z between Skill Yourself and Legacy. The fight broke out over an anchoring Astrahus that was found in the system of SN93Z in Innsmother. This time, however, Legacy formed up in Eagles, while Skill Yourself formed up in Nightmares. A different battle in a different system in a completely different region of space, but the same end result ensued. Skill Yourself escalated with dreads in the process, ensuring the Astrohoos would die. The Butcher's bill for this conflict stands at over 25 billion ISK lost. Legacy lost 24 billion of that, including the structure. And New Eden Newsroom's featured kill of the week, brought to you by Fweddit, Fly with a Flock Today, is on the 19th of January. Advanced Deep Space Industries lost a Marginis faction Fortizar in Highsec to Pirate and the Ballistic Influence. The structure was valued at over 55 billion ISK and was just the second of its kind to die in high security space. That is what makes it the featured kill of the week. Back onto some other local news items that are of note for you guys. Back on December 30th, EVE Online lost a truly good player. His name was Mindful Viston. He was always viewed by people that knew him as a great veteran player that was always willing to go and help people whenever they needed it. A fellow EVE capsuleer, Philippe, was asked to go and make something to remember him by, so he went and 3D printed a Stratios model and shared the results on Reddit. You can go and find the link to that Reddit post inside our 1900 news report. And thank you again to Philippe for going and instructing that, letting us have a good little piece of work to go and remember a good EVE capsuleer by. Most appreciated. In CCP related news, tickets have started going on sale for the different EVE meets for the EVE World Tour in 2019. Be sure to visit the website that is linked in our 1900 to go and check for ticket availability for the EVE meet of your choice. Tickets will sell fast. The early bird specials are at really good prices, so be sure to act quickly and buy those tickets. We look forward to hearing about all your experiences at the EVE World Tour 2019, so please be sure to let us know if you're going, which ones you're going to, and we look forward to seeing you there. We will have NER staff present at most, if not all, of these EVE meets, so definitely keep us in the loop if you plan on going, and let us know what's going on. And that is it for the news in New Eden. This was the New Eden Newsroom, and I'm your host, Theodred Alabel. Godspeed and good night.